1, 2, 3. What's up, everyone? Welcome. It is February. It is locker room talk, and love is in the air.
Yes.
There we go. Round 2. Knocked it out of the fucking park.
There you
How
go.
about that? Matt, those headphones are paying for themselves.
Yes.
I always
Maran,
do like the
Joe
double check.
Gorman, Bobby Sheehan, and our guest from the new Worthless Clowns podcast,
Hey.
Brittany Cardwell.
Thank you. Thanks
A
for having me.
woman?
Yes.
How is this possible? Well, hey, it's 2023. Stranger things have happened.
Joe hasn't made eye contact with me yet, and he's going to refrain from it the whole time.
That's the power move at this podcast.
You're going to be looking at Matt the whole time, but speaking to me.
Yeah.
Matt, will you tell our guest? Thank you for that astute observation.
Good job, Brittany.
Oh, my God.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little distracted by this cat.
Yes.
Babacus?
Babastus.
You turned his name into a Harry Potter
Oh, he looks
spell.
mad at me now.
Yeah. You misnamed him. Well, he also misgendered him. Everyone always
Yeah.
assumes cats are female, I've noticed.
That's
Yeah,
true.
because they're fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yo. Whoa.
Because they shit in dirt. Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
Do women
I'm the
shit,
lady here,
Women
yeah.
shit in dirt? Is that new? We got a new stereotype about women. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dirt shitters.
Yes. Brittany brought beer, so now I have a beer with my Bang energy drink.
Whoa.
Perfect combination for podcasting.
Do you bang energy every pod?
He does.
A lot of them. Yeah.
He says it, he needs it for his it gives him a mental edge.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
drink caffeine like at 5, 6 almost every day.
Really?
Just to
Same.
get myself ready to perform.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
After work.
Trudge
Do you
through
really
the work
need it,
day.
though?
I need it. My body right now is like, you should be sleeping, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no body. It's time to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then I'm fucking wide awake at midnight. It's fucked.
I've tried to go without it to be like, is my energy actually that low? But then
Yeah.
I think I have anxiety about not having the habit going.
Yes.
Like if you don't do the habit once, you're like,
Do you think it's like largely psychosomatic? Like you go one day without caffeine and you're like, oh, I have to go to bed now.
Before
it's
you
more
answer
like-
that, can one of you explain what psychosomatic means to me and Joe?
Psychosomatic adequacy.
Smack my bitch.
Yeah, dude.
can we just sing that instead of talking about psychosomatic?
That does define it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We did a little Say What
is that
karaoke.
System of a Down? Sounds like a System of a
it's
Down
Prodigy.
thing.
It was
Oh,
yeah, it was
okay.
Prodigy because
Yeah.
it had like that. It was this crazy album where he just looked all
Yeah.
fucking intense.
Down by my dog.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
I want your song.
It sounded like it could be System of a Down.
No, yeah, well, it was all part of like that angry teenager.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring a trench coat, but I'm gonna cry.
I was listening. I was listening to Linkin Park the other day, and just in my head added "mom" to the end of every sentence, and it makes the song a lot sadder.
Yeah.
In the end, it doesn't even matter, Mom.
Oh man. Psychosomatic though is like it's like you kind of expect something to happen.
It's something being all in your head.
Yeah.
So if you're like, my
Okay.
arm hurts, but nothing's wrong with your arm, you're just being like a crazy guy about it.
Yeah,
then
and I
that's
think
psychosomatic.
like
Yeah.
you're more likely to do it if you like expect some association. Like if I stopped drinking coffee, then I would like.
Okay.
It's like a
Placebo.
I think
yeah.
placebos make it more likely that you would have it, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Would it be like
supposed to know this stuff.
Would it be like superstitions almost, where like I grew up playing baseball, and every baseball player is like, oh, I put the left cleat on today and I got a hit. So now if I don't put the left cleat on first and I don't do well, that's why it happened.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think
so-
psychosomatic is like body specific,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
I think that is like related.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is I tried for 2 weeks not to drink coffee in the morning, and I was the most depressed I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the routine, or do you think you were going through caffeine withdrawal?
I think honestly the latter.
really.
I
Yeah.
think caffeine withdrawals, and so I don't allow myself many treats.
Why not?
You know what I mean?
What would happen?
I'm not a hedonist like yourself, Joseph.
But what would happen if
What
you were
type
to
of
indulge
treats?
yourself just a little bit? Not a lot, but just a little bit. What
Well,
would
I
happen?
indulge myself to a cup of black coffee in the morning.
But that's not indulge me. That's like medicine. that's literally like the
I'm
most.
indulging myself to medicine.
That's like a religious guy saying like I indulge myself by an extra long prayer where I bless my cat even though it doesn't have a soul.
What are
It's
you
like,
restricting yourself from?
Yeah, what are you doing? What's going on, Bobby?
Reading too many history books.
I'm trying not to read too many history, but I actually did almost watch a YouTube video about the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, but I was like, it's midnight. It's time for bed.
You know what? You know what happens, dude.
Yeah, you already know the ending.
You know what? It's like it's always gonna bring like I'm finally gonna fucking figure out what happened. It's like we know John Wilkes Booth did a really cool thing.
I do feel like when I like knowing about watching history videos online isn't the worst thing to watch, but I'll watch a history video and then go find the guy who does the reaction video to the hour-long history video I just watched. And sometimes I'll see he reacts to something like, well, I can't watch that without. I have to go back and watch the hour-long video that he's reacting to first.
Damn.
So I can watch him and see if I had the same takeaways that he did.
Shout out to Vlogging Through History, folks. Check him out.
Yikes,
He
dude.
rules, dude. He's this sweet high school teacher from Iowa, and he has the hottest takes about history.
He's from Ohio.
Like
Let's
what?
not give out misinformation here.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is gonna get
So
flagged, isn't it?
Ohio. We're gonna get flagged. You said he's from Iowa and not Ohio.
I can't. Those states will always be the same to me, no matter what.
Well, what's his hottest take? Like slavery was good?
I don't know if he has a take that spicy.
Hot takes are takes that aren't true, Joe.
Dude, I'm reading a book right now about Lincoln, and the takes from the South are like unironic things that Joe would say. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like fucking a senator from South Carolina is like, have we considered that black people like being slaves? And I just read all of those in Joe's voice.
Come on. But that's actually a really great point. You gotta have like a person saying like, okay, here's a job. We have to show up and like they basically explain like the pros and cons. Let me tell you something. If I could be a fucking slave, all right.
Room and board, three hots and a cot.
They put a fucking ball gag in my fucking mouth. You know, they fucking pinch my nipples.
That's what Joe thinks a slave was.
they keep me underneath the stairs.
Daddy, make me pick cotton.
They smack me and choke me and spit in my mouth.
I get to be bathed in milk, dude. This sounds fucking sweet. Lincoln, I can't believe Lincoln would take that away from somebody, dude. He deserved 2 bullets in the head. That's what it's 6 Semper Tyrannis means. I love being a slave.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
Brittany, where are you from?
Yeah, Brittany, did you ever have a slave growing up?
No, I was trying to think of times I made my brother do stuff, but I didn't
Nice.
really.
That
I
doesn't-
painted his nails once. and he got mad.
Little brother.
Little brother, yeah.
Okay. Did you ever do any sort of? I don't know because I have a little brother too. But what's the big sister little brother thing? Do you still pick on him a bit?
I think it's more sexually
Oh,
charged.
it is. Is it sexually charged?
Just change the audio so it's like, oh yeah, after instead of before.
We got the whole gang here now.
Yeah. What's up, Vinny? My brother and I. Oh my god. Hey, calm down.
He always gets excited with the guest. Finn, relax.
Finnegan's normally the fourth mic, and
Aw.
he's a jealous lover.
Yeah, he always gets excited. He always gets excited when
I
people are
forgot how
around.
bad he is at jumping on people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here we go. There we are.
My brother and I.
The sexual tension between you and your brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we get him.
Yeah.
We distract him with Finney and then admit it. You did this. Like, okay.
It's
My
a new
brother looks like
interrogation technique.
he looks like a badly drawn Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
Kinda.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get a picture of him for the.
Oh, we can throw him on there. Yeah.
yeah.
We have the skills.
I've
Yes.
never told him that. We used to like fight a lot when I was a kid, but it was kind of on and off. Whether on and off sexually.
There you go.
No, on and off like whether we got along. Well, yeah.
Do you
What's
get
the-
along now?
We get along pretty well now.
Yeah.
What's the age gap between you and your brother?
3 years.
That's the age gap between
and I have
you
an
my
older brother,
sister.
3 years as well.
Okay, so you're the middle child.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Damn.
But so my little brother, he used to like sleepwalk and sleep talk and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he would get pissed at me when I'd make him go to bed. Like he wouldn't
Nice.
fully wake up, and then he'd like tell me he was gonna kill me and like
Nice.
chase me down the hall.
Is that in his sleep?
It's
He would
like-
do
In
that.
his sleep, yeah.
And like
Yeah.
they say, like you're not supposed to wake up a sleepwalker.
Yeah.
But like, were you ever like afraid? Like,
Well, I thought he was awake, but then he wouldn't remember any of it.
Do you think is that real, or did he like just want to tell you that he wants to kill you and then get away with it and be like, I was sleepwalking?
Yeah.
The old
It's really hard
sleepwalk
to tell
defense.
because he was like super emotional about
Yeah.
small things. As
Oh,
a teen.
shit.
Like a lot of teens.
Yeah. Your
Like,
Honor,
just
Bill
candy.
Cosby was sleepwalking for the last 4 decades.
Your Honor, I had the pudding pops, and I don't know. I'm a doctor now.
Yeah.
Let me out of here. I'm blind to one eye. I can't see out my eye.
I was told that I sleptwalked this past summer. I'd never been told that I sleepwalk or sleep talk, but it was when I was in Israel and I blacked out drunk.
Yikes.
And the guys in my room told me I was sleepwalking, but they weren't sure if I was or not. They couldn't wake me up or move me to get me to do anything, but they thought I was awake because I was doing push-ups.
Oh, hell yeah.
Didn't you tell me? You told me the
I
other
told you,
day
yeah.
that you do push-ups every hour, every chance you
Pretty
get.
much. I mean, it's like the thing I've
Yeah,
missed.
not a big deal. I just do a lot of push-ups.
No, it's the thing I've missed.
me. One.
It's the thing I've missed the most since I broke my arm.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
why.
talking about it way more since I broke my arm than
You're
I
like,
ever
used
did
to be
before.
a push-up guy.
Don't listen to her, Matt. You will be a push-up
I
guy.
will.
Yeah.
I did 5 yesterday.
Oh, he's
first
back.
time since the broken arm.
Push-ups.
How many?
Oh,
How many
nice.
could you bang out right now on camera?
We could record it for the Patreon after.
All right, we're gonna
we'll
do
see
it.
how many I
This
could
will
do.
be the second time Matt Maron's push-up skills have been exploited.
Yes.
for profit.
Back in the Loud Boys, me and Dalton did a push-up
Oh,
contest.
and I remember he smoked you, right?
He smoked you, dude.
Yeah.
And Matt Maron
That's
said,
what everyone in the YouTube comments who was a fan of Dalton thought. They were like, "Well, Matt, Dalton's going faster. His hands are closer together."
I personally can't imagine getting abused by Dalton fans.
Yeah.
Really? Didn't you?
What'd
Were
they
people
say?
like, we're gonna kill you, Bobby Sheehan? I know where you live. I know where you work. You're dead, bitch.
Yeah, it was actually Joe the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm a Dalton Pruitt fan. I love that guy. I'll kill you, Bobby Sheehan, motherfucker.
Wait, so you sleep talk?
Yeah.
I never. That's the only time anyone's ever told me I
Oh,
sleepwalk
I
or
sleep talk
sleep
a lot.
talk.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. I was actually sharing a room with a comic, and I
Uh-oh.
found out that she sleep talks.
Oh.
So we were like,
Did you
why
guys do a
don't
sleep podcast?
I think
Basically, yeah.
I think
we were
I
like,
saw a Cinemax show about this actually.
We decided to turn on this like sleep talking recorder.
Yeah, nice.
To
Oh.
see if like we both slept talk and kind of talk to each other.
Yeah.
But then we ended up just staying up all night chatting and bonding and becoming best friends. So the sleep talk app was on, and it just picks up sound when new sounds start. So
Yeah.
now we have all these clips of us just like talking about like serious life stuff.
You got
to
a great
use
little
against
podcast
each
out
other
of
if
it?
needed.
Yeah, there's some deep stuff in there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but I sleep talk, and I one time was told that I was like dating this guy, and I was in the middle of the night. I got on his chest and was just talking gibberish at him.
To
yeah.
to him.
Yeah, he woke up and I was like sitting on top of him, just like talking, like in tongues. Scary.
Wow. Have you ever been
Damn.
told that you said anything specific, like on anything coherent?
Yeah. Like in college, I ran over someone in a car and I didn't stop. I just kept driving.
And I've never told
Yeah.
anybody.
Never told. You know,
Joe's
like,
actually
This is
asleep
my
right
chance
now,
to let
though.
it out. And then and then
I had a nightmare. I had to do a podcast. Oh man, I just wanted to play video games tonight.
you let all that out, and then you wake up and you're like, I feel way better.
Yeah.
Because you finally released it.
Yeah.
I just like fucking piss myself in my sleep. I feel relieved but guilty.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the time I would be having an argument in the dream with somebody, like some discussion, and I was getting like frustrated, and then I'd wake up to my boyfriend being like, "What?" Like he's trying to talk to me because I'm talking.
Oh, well, there's times,
then
you wake up in the middle of a dream and you feel like, wait, but the thing was right there. You don't even know what the
Well,
thing was.
It's like I'll wake up and I'll be really frustrated that I spent all this time trying to explain it in the dream, and I'm like, you don't get it. Like it's, like it mattered.
You're still in it. You're still
Kinda.
in it for a few seconds.
Yeah, it's like
That's
I'm mad
fun.
that I
Yeah.
wasted my time, even though I was.
Oh, yeah. Then when you realize it
unconscious.
was a dream, it's like, fuck, all that energy and it
Yeah.
wasn't even real.
all that prep for that debate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever remembered what the debate is?
probably at the time.
Resolved.
Yeah.
Is this pillow comfy?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to show off that I know that debates start with resolved.
Yeah.
That's all.
Why does it start with that?
I have
I've never
no
done
idea.
debate. I never did debate.
No, me neither.
If it
Me
can't
neither.
be solved with a knife, it doesn't need to be solved. two students enter, one student leaves. There's your debate club right there.
I remember in my Hebrew school we had a debate once, and I don't
the
remember
topic
much.
finance?
No, it was actually
Real
that.
estate?
I remember
circumcision, good or great?
it was the death penalty.
Okay.
Oh, is it good or great?
For
Yeah.
all Palestinians or just some Palestinians?
Only the ones that are still on our land. I remember being on the side of being for the death penalty.
Nice.
When I was like 15, everyone in New York was liberal, so I just like always thought the opposite.
it's so fun to
I
be
was-
a young contrarian.
Yeah, my dad listened to Rush Limbaugh, and I'm like, fuck yeah, he's right.
That makes a lot of sense.
And I remember the two people on my team, everyone didn't like the death penalty except for me, but two of them had to still debate for it. So they were on my team, and they just didn't do a good job debating because they were like, they didn't actually believe it. And at the end, people in the congregation were allowed to come up, and my dad came up, and he was for the death penalty too. And I was like, fuck yeah, my dad's talking to all them. He's got my back right now.
Nice.
I was
Does that
really-
make you feel good?
Absolutely.
So do you think if your dad was like against the death penalty, you would be like, life is sacred?
No, I mean, at this point, I think that's kind of why I'm not like extreme either way, because my dad is conservative, but he's like an old Reagan conservative. I don't know what I'd do if he was like a crazy QAnon person.
Yeah.
But I grew up around all liberal people, so I got to like, and they're like, all right-wing people are racist. I'm like, I knew my dad wasn't. So I knew
Despite your
that
best efforts.
just so I feel like I liked having both of those. I feel like if you only have one or the other, you're gonna end up kind of a
You need a little
distorted
bit
view,
country, but
and a little bit rock and roll. Exactly.
Well,
Brittany,
I like
did
the
you
way
say
think.
your your dad was conservative also?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Time,
Did your dad storm the Capitol?
He
Could you-
probably thinks it was fine that it happened.
I think a lot of our dads think it was more
Yeah,
fine than
yeah. They were like, it's pretty cool.
that storm. That's a very dad vibe right there of like going to the Capitol and like I'm gonna take Nancy Pelosi's laptop and like snapping a picture at a congressman.
And just
like,
the way they were looking around when they walked in, a lot of them
Yeah.
were just like, "Oh, we joined."
It's funny.
Yeah.
It was like that, and then like AOC was like fucking crying, saying she was hiding in a fucking
Yeah.
cupboard. Like, oh, what if they killed me? It's like those fucking guys.
There's just
that
a
like
bunch-
retarded
yeah.
guy who was like dressed up like a fucking warrior and yelling, and now he's
yeah.
crying because he can't eat vegan food.
reason they were in there for-
those guys were
yeah.
afraid of you. Were afraid of them.
They
Get out of here.
They
dude.
were just in there for so long. It's how long it took them to figure out how to take a picture on their phone. Like trying to take selfies. The dads are trying to post it to their Facebook page. They forgot
the
the
FBI agent's
password.
like, come out. He's like, just as soon as I could figure out how to convert this Word document to a PDF.
yeah.
Well, it was so the whole Capitol because it's also if like a bunch of like retarded guys from the Midwest were able to like shake democracy to its core. What if like an orchestrated terrorist? What if now locker room talk fans? What if a few of us were able to get together and really have an organized strike? We saw how those security guards were like, stop! And no one fired a gun. So if we just had a handful of guns, which is our constitutional right to do, I think somebody, if they were brave enough and cool enough, could probably make a difference. Being smart.
Joe Gorman is a comedian. He's doing a character. Locker Room Talk
Damn,
is a podcast intended for intermission.
How funny would it be if I have to lose my job because of this? They're like, why did you have to fucking encourage you to overthrow the government? Can't you just like?
Couldn't you
plug-
just had a nice podcast without encouraging a coup of the government?
Could have did reaction videos to TikToks.
Yes.
That's not the way I roll. I'm about real comedy. Yeah, take whoever you want in Congress, but leave AOC for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you from originally, Brittany?
We go back to my dad being conservative.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to come home after school and like Fox News was just blaring, and we
Yeah.
had this really
Too
weird
loud.
like so loud.
Yeah.
You couldn't go anywhere in the house and not hear it. Like it was really weird, echoey.
I
place.
feel. Did you?
real stressful.
Do you think your dad was like a little more liberal before 9/11, and 9/11 made him a little more conservative?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I was too young to really know
young, yeah.
what he was thinking back then. But yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like for
were-
a lot of people.
Were you in New York during 9/11?
No, I was in Washington State. That's where.
Oh, right.
We were all
Yeah.
New Yorkers that day, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
I remember like my mom, we were in California at the time, and it was so early, and it was like right when like the plane crashed into the Pentagon, and my mom was like, I can't believe those motherfuckers. I can't believe them. And it's like, damn, mom, fucking chill out.
Whoa.
She was, but now like she's like wildly liberal,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
embarrassing.
She has a pussy hat, right?
Yeah, she has one of those pussy. And like she legitimately thinks complaining about Donald Trump on Facebook will make a lick of fucking difference.
To be fair, you could be mad about 9/11 and also liberal.
Impossible, Bobby.
It's crazy that she was so mad at 9/11 and now she hates Trump.
Because like 9/11 was like when everyone was like, well, let's just let the government do whatever. We give away all of our right to do everything. We still have to take our fucking shoes off in the airport. Eat my ass, dude. I shouldn't have to fucking do that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I guess. Well, Washington State's pretty liberal. Was it pretty liberal?
Oh, big time. Yeah.
So
I think it's
okay,
been liberal for
a long time.
forever. Yeah.
Brittany, if you were you able to date a black man and take him to the house,
Yeah.
and then, like your dad was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. I think that
Alright.
would be fine with them.
Nice.
Yeah. They're not like that.
They're not like guess who's coming to dinner kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Joe turns into Ted Koppel all of a sudden with these interview questions, like
Really-
serious interview. Okay, Brittany, let's say a black man.
A black man enters your house. Twist. You're dating him. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But Brittany was on Comedy Fight Club this week. By the time this
Yeah.
episode comes out, that'll be on the Fight Club YouTube channel. Brittany Cardwell versus Allie O'Neill,
Yikes.
podcast co-host,
Good friend. Pretty good friend.
Redhead.
Uh-oh.
Redhead.
Yeah.
Yep.
How was it
What
for
did you call her?
yeah.
Your older sister that gives you cigarettes?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
How
that
is
one.
it for you to go against someone who you are really good friends with? Was there stuff left on that you didn't go into?
It was.
You don't have to say it here, but just in general.
Yeah, I mean, I know so much about her.
Yeah.
I had a lot more trouble with her than I have with my other friends. Like,
Yeah.
I've roasted Aton. He's a good
Right.
friend of mine. But me and Allie are so close that it was really hard for me to get enough distance to, like, get mean.
Oh,
It's-
see,
it's-
because
yeah.
I've roasted people I'm very close with, and I had no trouble whatsoever.
Who?
It's not important, but I didn't have to go too.
Nobody
deep
in the
into my
room or
psyche.
anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say because like we're not very close. He doesn't know me. He doesn't fucking know who the fuck I am.
I
dude.
consider myself very close to Joe. Joe does not consider himself very close.
Whoa, do you really consider yourself close to me?
I mean, I was gonna
Name
send you a
five.
Christmas card.
Name 5 facts you know to be true about Joe
All
right now.
Great point. That is a tremendous point. He lives in this specific apartment. I'm pretty sure. Kelly is his Gumar.
That's true.
He is a quarter Japanese on his mom's side.
So he says.
So, oh yeah.
We don't know anything.
Is the picture behind me just a stock photo that you found when you bought your wallet?
Yeah.
God damn.
Wait, but the other thing with Allie's roast is this is the first time I was writing jokes and I like wasn't laughing at them.
Uh-oh.
I was like, man, I don't like any of these.
Really?
But I think they were fine.
When
It's
you
just
get
that-
when I started getting really good at roast jokes,
Yeah.
I'm like it's almost like it's like you're like I get it. Like you write it and you're like, no, this will make people laugh. It brought me no
maybe
joy
I'm
in this
just,
moment. though.
Getting the hang of it.
You're
or
such a
something.
pro. You're like, damn, how can I even surprise myself? It's like I know it's brilliant, but
You're a gold card.
I'm not a
roaster
fucking
now.
yeah. I'm not a plebeian,
Yeah.
so it's easy for me not.
There
to
are
laugh.
times where I've written jokes, and some of them still excite me, and other times I'm like, this will work, but it's not as exciting as honestly the really dumb ones are the ones that I get
The
really
Dones
excited
are my
about.
favorite
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
They always
Oh,
crush.
you had a, may I say, and this is a compliment, a very dumb one.
Was that the dad one?
the what?
The dad?
I don't know if I remember what it was, but I remember it was the one I cackled at.
Oh, that one was so stupid.
It's a
No,
fun.
I like,
you
I like
should-
that
yeah.
one. It
You
almost
should-
doesn't make sense.
You should go watch it. I just edited the show earlier today, and I forgot the exact wording on
Wait,
it.
it's
and I
out
would.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
and
can say
by
this
the-
now.
Well, by
Or
the
is this
time
out today?
this
now
is going to
it's-
be out on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Monday.
So yeah,
The one you liked was about the eating and shitting dirt.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
yes, which is a thing women do. We learned on
Oh wow! Oh, this is layered. You were. Oh my God! Her dad was a woman this whole time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Gosh
And
darn.
that one was a real stretch too because it like took me finding out that. Oh wait, it was related to Dennis Rodman, and then it was his nickname.
Yes, that
so it
he's
had
the
nothing to
worm.
do with Allie. So it
Yeah.
was also like not even about her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's.
It was very funny. That is the one that I remembered editing today and watching and just thinking that was the best joke in the battle.
Only the judges liked it though, and only Bobby really.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel like the crowd is wrong. You're not supposed to say that. As a comedian, you're supposed to be like, the crowd's always right, right? They're like the customer,
They're not.
right?
They're not.
I don't. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, nah, that was great. You
It's
guys
the audience's
suck.
fault. Like when I was younger and more naive, it was like, no, you owe it to connect with the audience and to find out a way. But like, fuck most of the audience, dude. Most of the audience comes to these shows because they were barked in under false pretenses. They're going there because they're like, where's Jerry Seinfeld? Where's Tina Fey? Why aren't they at this fucking bar in bumfuck nowhere? You know, it's like, no, they're there because they either want to drink. 9 times out of 10, the audience is surprised comedy's even fucking happening there because it's like some ambush thing. So you can do the best. But when you do your act in front of like an audience that is 1, expecting to be there, and 2, paid specifically to see stand-up comedy, it's going to be fine.
You know, our guest today is one of the producers of Ambush Comedy.
Yeah. You don't want to.
That's right.
Well,
I was so lost in my own thought I didn't even hear any of that. But now I'm playing it back and I get it.
Yeah.
powerful.
Yes.
But then
it's like you still do Ambush Comedy. That's the name of the show that you Brittany hosts.
I think it started as an ambush type of show.
Yeah.
How'd
So
that
they
work?
called it that to
But
make
now-
it sound fun.
And I think the
And now it's
average
just a regular show.
Yeah, I think average people don't know the term ambush
No.
comedy show, so now they just hear the ambush comedy show and it's just a cool name for them.
Yeah,
That's
they
like-
always do put the in front as well.
The
I
ambush,
feel
yeah.
that's better because ambush is such a triggering word.
Yeah.
And it can make certain people feel unsafe, perhaps.
Yeah.
You know.
But wait,
What,
back
Bobby?
to-
What's wrong with that? That I fucking bring awareness to that, dude? You try being a fucking beautiful woman walking down the street alone at night, dude. And
Do I have to try it?
Yeah, try
How do
it,
I go
dude.
about trying it?
You
I probably
you-
have to get major surgery.
Yeah, get trans surgery. You already got surgery. You want to talk about
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bobby.
Seamless transition.
Yeah. So Bobby got a penis extension.
Yep. I got a 2 inches added.
Nice,
So now
dude.
I'm a cool 4 inches.
with the little silicone bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. He didn't have the insurance for it, so they had to tie a kettlebell to the head and just drop it and be like, "All right, we need to do this at least 8 more times."
Yeah. So now 90% of my dick is just foreskin. But if I know anything about women, what they like the most is the foreskin.
Wait, how does the actual dick extend? I know you didn't get it, but
But you would be the expert in it.
but how does the actual
I'm like, OJ, I didn't, but if I did.
how does it work? Because like I get that there's silicone in there, but is it just stretching out the skin you already have?
This is new to me
Or
that
something?
a penis extension is a real surgery that people can actually get.
Yeah, dude.
I've heard about this. They put a little piece in there, but I don't get how it works unless it's just
That's
stretching
got
the
to
skin
not
out.
be healthy.
No, it just
Or is it
means-
just that it makes it look bigger when it's soft?
I think it just kind of like makes it so there's more blood in the dick, so it's like kind of semi-hard more.
Huh.
So like that way you don't have to work. But it's
They're
look,
putting
man,
like baby veins in there.
look, dude. Like if you do,
Listen to Joe
yeah.
pretending like he doesn't know exactly what it is.
Let me tell you something.
He's
If you
like,
wanna-
Bobby
Every
would
one
be
of
the
you have looked this up
expert.
before.
Bobby would be the expert. I don't know. I think it's perfectly medical explanation for what it is.
I think the same people that want to get that penis extension, that penis enhancement, are the same people that want to give hormones to children, which we've decided are disgusting and vile people.
Oh
Would you guys get a calf implant?
Nah.
I dated a guy who really wanted that.
Really? That's
and
such-
it
yeah.
freaked me out.
Oh, was he like a big workout guy?
No, not
I feel
even.
like guys
Really?
are-
Yeah.
well,
I know
that's-
some of the big workout guys, they always get insecure about having chicken legs.
Yeah, I guess because
And-
they're so
yeah.
built up and it's hard to get the
And
legs
even
going.
even if you do not skip leg day, your legs don't build up
Yeah.
as much as your upper body.
Yeah, but that's weird. I don't know. That's weird.
It's
Just to
so
get
weird.
calf implants.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
don't
it's
care
covered
about
up with
calves at
jeans
all.
most of the time.
Yeah.
You have to like wear like shorts and like I don't know. I think guys look weird in shorts.
Yeah.
Remember
I'm
those
trying to
guys who
work
used to wear those basket? They used to wear those shoes that have a big like chunk on the heel to try and like bulk up their calves.
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
these dudes?
Mm.
There's a guy in high school who wore those every day.
I know. I've known people. I mean, through wrestling, I knew people who wore lift like boots. Almost all wrestling boots come with at least an inch lift, just because everyone's trying to always be bigger. I got a regular pair of wrestling boots, and they made me 6'3". Huh?
Wait, but these are not. They're not like a lift shoe. It's like a shoe that has. It doesn't have a heel on it, so you're just standing on your tippy toes all the time to try and like bulk up your calves.
Oh, it's almost like heels for men.
It's like the heel is on the toe, so you have to like stand like
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yeah, that just sounds uncomfortable for not much of a payoff.
Yeah.
It's just weird to wear that to school too. To be like, I'm working on my calves like every
Constantly.
day.
That's weird.
Yeah, the calf implant. It's a weird. I mean, I feel bad. I'm sure the person who's actually insecure about it, it's real to them.
Yeah.
Well, too bad. They should die. How dare you? You fucking look in the mirror and you're disgusted with your body. There's only one solution, a permanent one. You know what to do, locker room fandom that's slightly insecure about their body. There's only one way to end this torment. I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but make sure you stipulate in your will where you want the Patreon money to go.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
before you die, will us all of your money before you kill yourself over your insecure body.
Yeah,
Joe's
all of the
message.
money and assets you have, your baseball card collection, your Xbox.
Oh, give me the baseball card collection. Don't throw that away.
Yeah, dude. I have sound mind and sound body. Will everything over to Locker Room Talk podcast. Damn, dude. Do you think we're going to get in trouble for this one?
What, for telling people to overthrow the government or to kill themselves?
Either or.
But okay, you shouldn't do either.
Yes.
But if you do, if you overthrow the government and then kill yourself, you'll never go to prison.
Right.
That's true.
Speaking of body insecurity, Bobby, you went to a dermatologist.
Yeah,
This
let's-
week.
yeah.
Your little
I forgot
body.
about the story. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll field that question.
Can they see your Band-Aid?
Yeah, take off the Band-Aid.
Should I?
Yeah.
Maybe towards the end because
Towards
I
the
want to
end,
put it
yeah.
back on.
Will blood
take
come
it
out?
off and like blood's just pouring
feel
all
like-
over.
I feel like if I see it now, I won't be able to concentrate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you'll be nauseous for the rest of the.
Yeah.
It is a little gnarly. So this is a
Yikes.
bit like a Tarantino movie.
Okay. Oh, I already like it. Yeah. So Bobby was saying the N-word unrelentingly. Just day in, day out. Sucking on some toes. And then like really paying attention to the food he was eating. All right, then what happened?
But and all of that is just a typical Sunday for me. But because if you listen to this episode and then watch
Fight Club.
the
Yeah.
one that Brittany main evented, I am in the judges panel discussing how I am concerned about the sudden growth on my chin. And I had a date the next day, so I
Ooh.
pooled the audience. Should I cancel the date?
Yes.
And the audience agreed, yes.
Did you cancel the date?
I postponed the date.
What is
Okay.
the race of the woman you're dating?
Regular white.
Ooh. Delicious.
Shout out to my grandma that used to describe people as regular white, by
Is
the way.
this
That
going to be
was a little-
fully deflated by the time the date comes around?
No.
No, but I prepped her. I was like,
Okay.
how do I postpone? And I'm like, how do I... Anything besides the truth will sound like an excuse. So I was like, here's what's going on. I got a growth on my chin. I got to get it cut off. Why don't we postpone the date until after my chin is healed? And she's like, LOL, sounds good. I'm like, damn.
LOL, I'm never going to see
You're
this
an
freak
honest
again.
man.
Yikes. Do you think she's going to like hit you up again?
I have it rescheduled for this Monday.
Yo, let
same
me tell you.
time, same place.
Could you tell she was the kind of person who wasn't going to be like grossed out by that?
No.
No, I mean, I guess I was like out of options though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
What do
kind
you-
of a good screener.
What do you,
Yeah, yeah, it
Brittany?
is.
What do you feel if you're talking to a guy online? You're talking on a dating app, talking to a guy, and he sends you that message the day of the date. Are you
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Damn.
What? Why?
I would just like power through. I cut off the growth myself. And then I'd just be like, I'm coming, babe. And then like I'd take a fucking knife and I'd heat it up over the stove. And then I'd hold it and I'd sear my fucking open wound shut. And I'd be like, I love you. Ah! And then like she'd be like, babe, are you okay? You haven't even touched your fucking chicken parmesan. And I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah, Brittany, how would you react if that was the guy you went on a date with?
Be like, what a man! Look how he can take care of himself, and he won't let anything stand in his way. To get what he wants.
Was the guy who wanted calf implants the same guy you slept talked to?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Your sleep talk was, I wish you had big calves. I wish your calves weren't so tiny.
And then I'd wake up and be like, why are you so insecure all the time? Oh, man. He started doing this, like, actually, I guess he was kind of into body stuff. He wasn't, like, that buff, but he...
he's not going to like hearing that.
Sorry. He got really into body stuff in a really obsessive way. Like, he was, like...
Which there's nothing wrong with, even if you're not that buff. Anyway.
Well, maybe... He was, like, posting pictures of himself on the internet in forums where dudes are like, I measured this much today, and he would, like,
Nice.
measure all his body parts.
Oh,
yeah.
And,
God.
like, send a list of... Yeah, it was getting bad.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Sorry
that's
if
when
any
you,
of you do that.
That's when you
Quest for
broke up.
perfection. That
I don't
was
think
single
I like
tear
it.
just goes down. That's definitely like a Bobby Sheehan thing.
It was disgusting.
Bobby
No,
would
you measure your body parts in the privacy of your own room, and you only
Yeah.
consult your journal.
I didn't ever like pull out a tape measure, but when I was wrestling and I was trying to get bigger, I remember one of the older wrestlers told me if someone can fit their whole hand around your wrist,
Ooh.
you're small,
Oh,
and if
I'm
they
too-
can fit both hands around your upper arm, it's too
But
small.
Wrists don't bulk up, do they?
Wrists are supposed to be
I've
that
been trying to
way.
bulk my wrist for years. Look at
Yeah.
Bulky
Yeah,
ass
me
wrist.
too, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those things where, like, old school, they were like, wrestlers are big men, and all these smaller guys who think they can do what we do. It was just one of those, like, older guys. In comedy, you see that too. Like, older people just have some weird rules that don't make sense.
Yeah.
But when you're really new in a thing, you're just kind of like, fucking, I want to do the thing. So whatever the older person says,
Yeah.
I got to do that.
You got it, Pops.
I got to work on my laughs per minute. Whatever.
I remember one of the first mics I went to in New York. I just moved here, and a guy outside was like, yeah, it's pretty cutthroat in this city. Don't even give it a shot. If you're thinking about it, don't even think about it. It was like a guy who tries not to let any new people in because he
That's
doesn't
so
want any
funny.
more competition.
That
or something.
rules.
Like, he
That-
definitely says that to everybody.
That's the funniest approach somebody can have. It's fucking cutthroat. Fucking watch
Yeah.
out.
Was
Don't
that
even-
somebody who's, like, was around
I never
after you
saw
haven't
him
seen
again.
never seen? Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
He was also like, I don't know, he was like 45 or something. Like,
Yeah.
That's always a scary thing. Old people in comedy. How much longer until it's me?
I know. I feel like I'm getting
7
8
years,
years.
according to Brittany's story. 7 years. TikTok.
Yeah, it is already weird because I started in New York when I was like 21, and I was either the or one of the youngest person at every open mic I went to. And already now, even just at 32, I'm like usually one of the older people at a lot of
know,
mics
yeah.
and shows.
Funny when
Yeah.
that happens.
The
When
mic
you go
scene is
from,
so young though.
yeah, when you go from like being like, yeah, it's like meant to be like a fresh out of college thing for like the young.
Yeah.
But then when you're a club comic, you'll be like the youngest person at the club again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt real old when I saw on Reddit, there's a subreddit, Today I Learned.
Yeah.
And it was Today I Learned that at the start of the Iraq War, because France wouldn't go to war, the people in the United States started calling French fries freedom fries.
Yeah.
And the fact that an adult, never knew that. Like, they
Yeah.
found out about that
Yeah.
by reading the Wikipedia page for the Iraq War.
Yeah,
God,
when
that
I-
was like in like
Whoa.
2000.
Yeah.
2003, dude.
Early
Jesus.
When
I
I'm
remember-
like on the same show as someone who was born in a year that I have actual memories from, like that's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
that's not right.
yeah, dude, you're
Were there
having
any songs
yeah.
that had freedom fries in it?
I don't know.
We're going to
Probably
write one.
country songs.
Yeah, there's like that.
Wait, back to Bobby's
Shit,
surgery.
yes. Yeah. What happened, Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby,
So
tell
she's
us,
okay with
goddammit.
postponing the date.
Yeah.
So I postponed the date, and then I was I thought of Matt.
Yeah.
Because I was trying
Do
to
you
get
usually
a
think about me when you're postponing dates?
Do I want to be a lonely loser forever like Matt? Jeez, I hope I'm doing the right thing. What if I end up like Matt? Ugh.
I mean, I just look at my future, and it's Matt,
Yeah.
who is 2 weeks older than me.
Yeah.
But because I was on the phone with insurance like all morning,
Why?
and I'm like, I need to see a dermatologist, and they were like, well, who's your primary care doctor? I'm like, he retired, and he's like, well, you gotta go to your new primary care doctor. I'm like, he won't answer his phone, and they're like, well, you need a referral, and then after a while, my coworker was like, you can just go to urgent care. They might give you a referral. So I was like, fuck, okay, finally. So I go to urgent care.
Sorry, can I pause you real quick? Is this, to clarify, is this a big pimple or a different type of growth?
This is.
Are you familiar with HIV?
The way you said that, Joe, was like you're selling HIV. Hi, this is Joe Gorman from the Cum Factory. Are you familiar with HIV?
What can HIV do for you?
Are you trying to lose weight or possibly end your life 10 years earlier?
Do you have too many white blood cells?
Here we have a picture of NBA Hall of Famer Magic Johnson.
It's okay. So 7 years ago,
Oh, here we go.
We have to go back to the beginning to get the story of how Bobby got his
It's
pimple
gonna be
removed.
like a piece of sand got into your skin and it grew like a pearl.
So I was in an alcoholic blackout. So I'm not positive how I got a scar on my chin, but I'm pretty sure it was blunt force trauma.
Oh no.
I think I fell in
Is this
some
what
way.
started your sobriety?
It's
too?
my last night as a drinking man is how I hurt my chin.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. I'm like 7 years later, I'm still dealing with the aftermath. It like healed, kind of like I maybe probably should have gotten stitches, but I didn't. And ever since, I would like shave, and like maybe 1 out of 3 times I would shave, I would cut it, and then I just put some toilet paper on it, leave it for like 10 minutes, and every time I did this, I'm like, I have to see a dermatologist. And then 7 years later, I just woke up one day and it like ballooned to the size of probably not quite a marble, but marble-esque.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean,
Whoa.
yeah, it was
In
gross.
a day?
It was like in the course of a weekend. By Sunday night, I was like, oh, I really have to take care of this. And I was, asking comedy show audiences what to do. That's how I take care of medical
it's
stuff.
Bobby would be like, "Is there a doctor in the house?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
And
Brittany has a PhD. Tell him what to do.
Oh shit, you're
yeah.
a doctor?
yeah.
Oh, you
your-
gotta look
Not
at
in-
this.
not
You
in that way
You
at
gotta
all.
look at. Look, there's like you have a Hippocratic oath.
Can I-
Bobby, take that fucking Band-Aid off. Yeah, Doc, get a look at this shit. What
Was
is
it
this
like
shit?
was it like really like soft and hangy or like firm?
it was
Bobby has a hard time getting hard.
I had a soft growth, but I was
Was there silicone in it that made it like constantly firm?
yeah, it was tender to the touch.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
creeped me out a little bit too. Is like it came to the point where I would like put on my jacket and I would
Ooh.
like brush against it. It would
Ooh.
hurt.
Owie,
Like I gotta
owie.
go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You liked it though. It was fun. What'd the doctor do?
The physician assistant, because you can't talk to a doctor in New York.
Oh no, why?
So the physician.
Besides, unless you asked to be a guest on your podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just come get them here to talk about the growth.
Yeah.
Brittany,
You
you
got a
gotta
PhD
prescribe
comedy?
me some Xanax.
In comedy,
You got a PhD
No.
in comedy?
What
What's
is it?
your PhD?
Astrophysics?
those people are awful. It
It-
was in psychology, like cognitive psychology.
Oh, so
okay.
what's Bobby's problem?
Yeah, still useful.
Yeah.
I actually did end up reading some comedy-related papers when I was still doing that, and they suck. They're not good.
Yeah.
Like the
Can
worst
you get
people.
a PhD in comedy?
I think you can get a PhD in psychology, and your focus can be like,
Humor.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Ooh.
it's
Yeah, that
no
would probably
good.
suck,
The
yeah.
whole literature.
Matt
is
will
like,
do anything to avoid barking. Like he'll just like, hey, what if I get a PhD in comedy? Then can I do 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It's like that, or just hand out
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
stack of flyers.
I'd love
dude.
to watch one of their conference talks. Actually, I never thought
Yeah.
about that. Like
That would be now-
the guys focused on humor.
Yeah,
how many
because-
puns are in there, and like
Because you know psychology and you know comedy.
Yeah.
And the podcast, the show you do, Worthless Clowns, is you basically look up like people's stories. So is that kind of a good combination for you, psychology and comedy?
Well, I guess kind of like, well, the pod, so it's me and Allie.
Yeah.
We first just tell stories about something stupid we did at some
Right.
point. And then we like roast somebody on the internet. Usually it's like Reddit's Am I the Asshole or
Oh, nice.
Today I Fucked Up or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it is related to the PhD in some ways because my focus was kind of on stupidity in a way.
Yeah.
It was on like false beliefs and like
You studied religion.
judgment errors. Well, I did that as
With
well.
a minor in the
I
2020
did that
election.
later. Yeah.
All the religions except for Judaism you studied? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think because I'm so stupid, or I make a lot of like stupid mistakes that That's what most of my comedy.
Like
is about,
saying
too.
yes when I asked you to be on Locker Room Talk?
Hey,
Yeah.
don't say that, dude. We found out that Brittany's in favor of the Capitol riots.
That's a
He's
direct quote, I believe.
He's a cool doctor. She was like, I want to prescribe 2 fucking bottles of freedom in the form of a Molotov cocktail through AOC's office. And I'm like, damn, Brittany, you are A-okay, Doc. Damn, Dr. Cardwell, you're all right.
Dr. Caldwell.
Whitney. But okay, so then the physician assistant.
Oh.
Yes.
Thanks
Thanks for keeping us
It's
on
like
track
I'm the
on our
one managing
podcast.
this.
I know.
I mean,
Do you
it's
wanna be our
actually really
producer?
helpful. You know how many fucking listeners are probably screaming at their phone on a daily basis because we forget what we're fucking talking about. Yeah, it was great news in a way because I was just so psyched that it was going to get taken care of right then and there.
Yeah.
He's like, you have an abscess on your chin. I gave him the background and he was like, yeah, so eventually something like that's going to get infected. So it's a bacterial infection that caused an abscess. I'm going to drain it right now. You'll be on antibiotics for a week, and then you eventually have to see a dermatologist so that this doesn't happen again. And I'm like, thank goodness. So he puts a when you go to the dentist, they put that little.
Did you have to take off your shirt?
No, I wish because I've been working pretty hard, but so he puts the napkin thing on. I lay back. He takes out this big needle, and he goes, "Well, Mr. Sheehan, this is not gonna be fun," which I think was so funny. I'm like, "Fuck, dude."
He thinks he's in a movie.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm like in a Clockwork Orange. Like,
This is not going to be fun. Then you hear a
Yeah.
belt buckle undo.
That's
And
what
you're like,
Bobby was going to say if he had gone on his date.
Yeah. Yeah, open your mouth. Don't worry. This will only take a second.
Damn, dude.
So he puts the needle in the abscess, and he was correct about the not being fun part. But it only lasts like a few seconds. And then I'm like, oh, well, that wasn't so bad. But what I didn't realize was that was the numbing agent.
Oh.
He didn't even start yet.
Yeah.
So I love this guy because I said that wasn't so bad. Without looking at me, puts the needle down, picks up a bigger needle, walks across the room to the other side of me and goes, "We're just getting started."
Dude, this doc rocks, man. This doctor should be on Scrubs. That's awesome. He's like, look at this little fucking piece of shit, dude. I can't wait.
Well, he's an urgent care doctor in Manhattan. I was like the first non-gunshot wound victim he saw. It doesn't matter. So then he really starts digging around, the smell. So have any of you had a root canal?
Yeah.
No.
So okay, Joe, you've had a root canal. You know how there's like a burning
rotting
flesh
kind of,
smell?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've smelled that. I saw a bone surgery one time, and they like cut through his flesh and
Doc.
bone. So I smelled burning human flesh.
Oh,
It was awful.
for a psychology PhD.
No,
you
I
had to-
used to think I wanted to be a medical doctor, so I
Okay.
like went and
Until
saw
you
the
smelled
surgery.
burning flesh.
Pretty much. Yeah, I was like, I don't think so.
That's like scared straight for
It was
fucking
awful.
potential dog.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
but yeah, so it smelled like that.
It smelled bad, and the very end of it, he goes, "All right, well, this is the last part of it," and I was ready for it to be very painful, and it wasn't. I guess because the numbing agent started working, but what did surprise me was like a big shot of like just juice just came out of my chin,
Ew.
like a fountain.
Yeah.
Like the way a woman squirts, I imagine. Just like comically, like
Yeah.
almost
Whoa.
onto my shirt. Like he put this whole thing over and I was like, I don't really think that's necessary. And it went all the way up and like
Whoa.
almost to my belly button.
Wow.
Yeah.
A juicer.
A juicer, dude. He juiced
Yeah.
me up.
Ooh.
Then he like patched me up and like gave me the aftercare instructions. He's like, make sure you take your antibiotic, you take your probiotic, you don't take out the dressing, and clean with a hot towel twice a day, and see me tomorrow. And I see him tomorrow, and he was like, did you take the antibiotic? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, did you leave the dressing in? And I said, yeah. And he was like, and you've been doing the hot towel? And I was like, fuck, I know I forgot something. And then I wanted him to be like, well, that's okay. He was like, he just went like kind of like sighed and went like, all right, we'll see, as he goes to open my bandage. And I'm like, oh my God. But it turned out to be fine. And yeah, I am going to have a bandage on for probably a few weeks.
Oh,
a
yeah.
few weeks.
Just take that shit off, bitch.
The thing is,
Oh, not yet. I can't see it yet.
You have to, Brittany. Look
I
at
have
this.
to forget how it smelled first.
You got to remember your Hippocratic oath.
I thought it was like medical advice from Brittany, like don't take it off
Yeah.
yet, and it turns out no, I'm just grossed out by
In my medical opinion, it's going to make me throw up.
Finney's a support dog, so you can hold him if you
Yeah.
want.
And it's going to leave a scar. So now, since we've started the podcast, we all have scars.
Yes.
Physical ones and other ones. But the main reason I'm probably going to keep the bandage on is because I have a patch of hair here.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to keep growing as I keep shaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not a beard guy, but I don't. I'm also not a crooked soul patch guy.
Oh,
So I'm gonna be
interesting.
wearing a band-aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a. Have you ever had a sty?
Yes.
Yeah.
My 6th grade teacher asked me if I was being abused because I had a sty.
Whoa, it
Yeah.
does look like a black eye. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It can get that bad. Do you
Did
guys
you-
know what styes are?
No.
No.
They're kind of like an abscess on your eye, like it gets into the
Oh,
oil
shit.
glands. I used to get them so bad, and the first oh Finny posing, look at him. Oh, the first time I got one, I didn't know what it was, and it was itchy, and I was just touching my eye constantly, and it
That
got
probably
really,
makes it worse.
Oh,
It
yeah.
made it so much worse. Like it was hanging off my eye, like I could see it in my periphery.
Yeah.
It got like long and gross,
Yeah.
and I had to get it lanced.
In your
It
eye?
was that bad. No,
Yikes.
well, it's on my eyelid.
On your
but-
eyelid. Oh, but
Yeah.
that would still creep me out by how close it was to my eye.
Yeah, it
Damn.
was huge. It was like this big.
How old were you when this was happening? When you were getting
About the
it?
size
I was
of
in
a dime?
college.
In
I was probably
college.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the length of a dime.
Okay.
Damn.
Hanging off my eye.
Oof. Is that what
Yeah.
made you want to be a doctor?
It was like really awkward socially for a long time because I couldn't
Yeah.
like talk to anybody because I knew how freaky I looked.
Finnegan.
Okay.
For those just listening, Finnegan loves our guests.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn. that's-
Finnegan, come over here. Nah.
Yeah, I had a sty, and they I was in middle school, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you probably just didn't clean your eyes well enough." And
Oh,
I
like-
was not cleaning my eyes at all.
Who cleans their fucking eye? They water all the time. They're self-cleaning.
You guys ever have pink eye?
No.
Maybe as a kid.
I
That's
had
disgusting.
pink eye. And
Once I found out like how you get pink eye, I'm like these disgusting pieces of shit. In 2nd and 3rd grade, I remember like for a spell, like 5 or 6 kids are getting like pink
Yeah.
eye in a row, and it's like, some
Well, it's
shit was happening.
contagious though.
Well, that's why I never had it. I never had it in my life. I'm never gonna get it.
Okay.
Bobby,
you heard it here, folks. Joe Gorman is never getting pink
If
eye.
you get pink eye, unsubscribe right now.
honestly, dude, if I get pink eye, I'm canceling the podcast. It's over. I broke my code.
As
Yeah.
a child, I woke up with pink eye, and I couldn't open either of my eyes, and I thought I was blind.
That's
Oh,
so
man.
funny.
I just started screaming for my
Oh,
mom.
man.
I'm
So
like,
that-
"Mom, I'm blind. I'm blind." And she runs in because she thinks I actually can't see.
If only
Oh.
you knew MrBeast at the time.
Yeah. Matt, I'm
couldn't open
still annoyed at the whole situation.
Are you actually? Okay. Do you know
there
about
was-
this, Brittany?
No, I don't.
So do you know who MrBeast is?
No.
He's like a YouTuber. Probably, I think maybe the biggest YouTube channel.
outside
he
of locker room talk?
Outside of locker room talk. But he's like made millions of dollars through his YouTube channel, and he has like a ton of money. So he did a thing where there's curable blindness, which as a doctor you probably know this already. As a doctor is what I'm gonna say when I address you from now on. He cured like 100 or 200 people with curable blindness. He just paid for their surgery and did a YouTube video of him doing it. And
Is this the guy who also was like, what did he do? He like gave everybody credit cards. Is it the same?
maybe
That sounds like something he would do.
Probably.
because he's like said he's
philanthropic.
Yeah, he's said I'm going to die penniless. That I'm going to
Well,
all the
me
money
and
I'm
MrBeast have something in common.
It's like all the money I make I'm going to give to charity. But there are people online mad at him saying he's exploiting them because he's doing a video and he's showing everyone that he's doing it. I'm sure the people who can now see for the first time in their life don't mind.
Yeah.
I would. I'd be like, don't make me don't fucking point out the
Yeah.
fact that I got pink eye from definitely putting my finger in a butthole and then touching my eye, which is the only way to get pink eye. So clearly somebody rubbed their asshole on your pillowcase, Bobby.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Or you subconsciously, the way Brittany talks in her sleep, perhaps you rub your asshole and then put it on your eyes in your sleep. I guess that would be similar.
Sounds like a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Ooh. But do you think that's what happened? You had some like shit in your eye and then it crusted over.
No, kids are gross, man.
Yeah. Because like it's like, damn, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine like having my fingers anywhere near an asshole and then in my eye. And I've had my face in another person's ass.
That's
in my
actually
life.
what the Minor Threat song "In My Eyes" is about.
Yeah.
You guys were wrong.
But yeah,
Could you
there
get pink eye from cum in your eye?
I hope not. I did come on my own face once.
did you
fucking
get
faggot.
in your eye?
You fucking faggot, dude. I don't even get cum on my own body, dude.
You ever gotten cum in the eye, Brittany?
No.
Damn.
You had to think a long time before saying no.
That's
Go
different.
through the
I'm sure
Rolodex.
it
What a
block
fucking
that out.
prude, dude. That's
I
different.
thought-
Even
sorry.
Bobby's gotten cum in his eye, and he's autistic.
Sorry, Brittany. We thought you were cool.
Yeah. Damn, dude. How are you the most
Next
square
time you
of
have
the-
me on, I will have had cum in my eye.
Okay.
Whoa!
Just
You
peer
heard it here first.
I'll make it my goal this
Yeah,
year.
the guy's like, I don't want to do this. She's like, I have to impress 3 incels.
Yeah. She picks up some guy at the bar, and
And
she's like,
also, you know that eye machine where they puff in your eye?
Yeah.
It'll be like that for me. I'll be like, do it. Have you done it yet? Is it?
Have you done it yet?
And you keep blinking and like
Yeah.
moving your head back.
Oh man.
I saw a adult video like that one time.
no, you didn't.
I think I.
Are you sure it wasn't a deep fake?
It, everyone, are you telling me Nancy Pelosi wasn't getting bukkake? No, it was a girl like opening her eyes like this, like in Clockwork Orange.
Oh, nice.
And going, I love cum in my eye, cum in my eye, and I'm
God.
like, I don't like this, and I
Yeah.
can't imagine anybody does.
Yeah, you don't like it.
Really don't.
You love it. You fucking
I
freak.
want some more of it.
Yeah, she would just like, I love cum in my eye, but mostly I would really love to be able to see my family again if you would just let me out of this basement, Mr. Sheehan, please.
She says my specific last name.
Yeah, please, Mr.
Well,
Sheehan.
I paid for the OnlyFans video,
Yeah,
so that makes
please,
sense. Yeah.
please, Mr. Sheehan. It's my 13th birthday. I'm no good to you anymore. Bobby gets so mad when we point out his little desires.
Yeah, why would I be upset by this? Why would I not like this?
Wait, Bobby, are you going on a lot of dates?
Yes, with adult women.
Yeah.
How are they going?
Um,
Is this all app?
What?
Yes, it's all. Yeah, Bobby, you do dating apps, right?
Yeah,
Do you, Brittany? Are you dating apps?
Yeah, but I don't care. about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Do you? Is it probably worse for women than like for a guy? It's like if it's unknown, it doesn't necessarily mean we're getting followed home afterwards.
Yeah.
But do you prefer dating apps or meeting in person?
Oh, in person.
In person.
Yeah.
But I only
It's-
mean comics, so.
Yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
But wait, so how are these dates going?
Awful.
Yeah, because I became single again in August.
What
and then
happened?
I had. There's no way that I would talk to you about that in any
Your
context,
close
Joseph.
friend?
Yeah. Your best friend, dude? Thanks,
You know
Doc.
4 things about.
Thanks, Doc.
Doc, you got a real fucking job ahead of you fucking figuring out this guy.
I mean, when I texted Matt, my girlfriend and I broke up. Matt's response was, "Oh no, was she too Jewy?"
Nice.
I didn't remember that.
That's hilarious.
That was a good joke. By
Yeah.
me.
It was.
classic,
And
dude.
that's the thing about being a comedian is you always got to be on.
Yeah.
To the detriment of everything else.
Nice, dude. Bobby, you're happier now, though.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why I did it.
You're free. You
Oh,
lost.
you did it.
Yeah.
I know everyone's
Yeah.
so surprised.
Bobby.
I wasn't sure.
Bobby,
But you don't want to.
yeah.
You don't want to go into why?
No, it's not
Yeah.
that interesting. But yeah, I've been like okay. Last quarter of
Quarter
yeah.
one.
I
Wait,
bring out
quarter
a
four.
chart. I'm
Quarter
like-
4, 2022.
Yeah, but there's this I guess way about you. Well, when you're in a relationship, for sure, as a guy, where women can kind of tell you have the desperation stank off you. So you get like more interest.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I was getting more interest, and then I guess I sort of rode that in the first few months I was single, and I was like having some good luck. But
Yeah.
now I'm back to normal.
Uh-oh.
You're back
Yeah.
to desperation.
You gotta get a girl on the side, but you gotta be careful because, like, for me, it's like I give off the stench of a man in love, and like it repels women because they're like, damn, this guy's a happily married
You
man.
walk around whistling.
Yeah, I'm
God,
all like,
that's annoying.
excuse me, I'm just on my way to be with my woman, the woman I love. Just fucking singing a song.
Yeah.
And they're like, look at Joe. Look at the way he's prancing.
You
he's
only skip.
Yeah, that's a man
Oh
in
my
love.
God.
He's in love. And all of New York is cheering again. They're banging their pots and pans together, but not for those loser essential workers, but for a man who was able to find another person in New York City, a city of 6 billion people. And I was lucky enough. 6 billion people in New York City alone. It's fucking, but I was lucky enough to find one Gumar. I'm lucky.
I don't know if it's the if I have excuse me, the desperation stank back, or is it just like you get a boost from having a new dating profile?
Maybe you miss
Brittany,
your girlfriend.
Does Bobby seem desperate to you? Or in general, when you're looking at a guy,
she was
do
more
you
silently awkward
Not
than when we asked
necessarily
the
Bobby.
cum question.
in general, is there a sense when you're looking at a guy of, oh, he seems like he wants this too much?
I wouldn't say it's based on looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on
But no, actually,
yeah.
I was seeing a guy
Ooh.
end of last year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Joe's like everyone's dad that finds out you're dating someone. Oh.
He I liked him at first. We had a lot of fun.
Nice.
I didn't know. I wasn't super attracted to him, but I was like, I'll go on the date, whatever.
Inner
and then,
beauty.
Yeah, and then we got
First of
along
all,
really
this is
well.
already I'm interested in to hear how this works. He was pretty gross, but I was like, let's see where this goes. And also, his calves look pretty great.
Yeah.
But then after a couple dates, he started just saying things that sounded like he was way too far ahead mentally.
Uh-oh.
Like, oh, I never thought I would meet someone who was like you, and blah, blah, blah. Like just lots of.
Oh, showing
Like,
like
this guy's
appreciation
not-
for a woman. Biggest mistake a guy can.
Yeah.
The biggest. That's why I'm like, I can't believe I'm always like, when I third date, I'm like, I must have fucked up to wind up with a woman like you. I guess
That's how Joe negs. He's like, I hate you, you fucking
Yeah.
bitch.
Look at me, man. I must have been fucking cruel in a past life to wind up with such a bitch. And then they're like, I love this guy forever.
Yeah.
Do you think he could fix it by texting you stuff like that now?
Yeah.
No.
I'm outside your house with a knife, bitch.
When I ended it, he was like, yeah, whatever. I'm bummed, but I'm kind of relieved. And I was
Whoa.
like, what? And then he just was like,
Ugh, I
then he went
hate
back
that.
and forth for forever and sent me all these long paragraphs. And I was just like, whoa.
I hate
And that's
that.
when I was like, oh,
Were
okay.
you
this is-
exclusive?
We hadn't even seen each other that much.
Damn.
so-
Oh yeah, this is giving me psycho vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I remember-
dude, you
yeah.
gotta if you truly care about someone, you say look, if you ever leave, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be your fault.
Yeah.
That's what I tell Kelly every morning when we wake up.
Before you kiss her on the forehead and leave for work.
I say, all right, babe, I'm off to work. Remember, if you break up with me, I'm gonna kill myself. So my life is in your hands, babe.
I hate when insecurity is that transparent. Where I had a girl break up with me where I thought more of it than she did, and I actually just said to her, I was like, oh, I thought this could go somewhere. I feel like doing the actually I'm relieved when you're clearly not is more of a cuck
Yeah.
move than actually
And then
just
he,
being
And then he
honest.
sent me a bunch of paragraphs trying to guilt me about having given it the chance. And I'm like, I gave it a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't know.
I don't love you anymore.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it happens.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I think that some people, when they get broken up with, they don't think of it as this is a bad situation that's happening. They think
Yeah.
this is a bad thing that a bad person is doing to
Yes.
Is that what your girlfriend thought when you broke up with her, Bobby?
me. No.
What did she think?
I'm not going to discuss a former Gumar on this
Why not,
podcast.
dude? We always discuss my former flames.
Yes, in a very respectful manner.
What are you fucking talking about, dude?
No, we don't. Joe just says names that me and you end up having to bleep out on the podcast. Is what happens.
Don't do it. Don't do it now. Don't do it.
Oh, here it comes. Whatever. Grow up. All right, fucking grow up. The women knew their risks when they lied with us in our bridal bed, dude, till death.
Yeah.
No,
Did you?
It was. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was say, did you hear about? Because when I was looking up the MrBeast stuff on Twitter, the other big thing on Twitter is the deep fake porn. Have you seen?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
For those that think I sounded suspiciously like Joe just now, sometimes I switch my voice up.
No, but like the deepfake porn is awesome because like the porn stars are like, but that's my likeness. You shouldn't be able to enjoy that.
Yeah.
And then like so there's that point of like, ha ha ha, bitch. This is something you don't want me to do. I love that. Sorry, Allison Brie. Looks like I'm watching you go to the bathroom.
For a second, I'm like, Allison Brie, that's not a local comedian.
Yeah,
I'm like, he used an artist.
Yeah.
From
Oh
Community.
yeah. For once, I don't have
Yeah.
to fucking bleep out one of your exes, dude. Don't worry.
But no, there was like a YouTube streamer who, during the middle of a stream, turned his computer around and fans saw he had been on a deep fake porn website,
Okay.
and he was using the faces of female YouTube streamers.
Ooh, baby.
So it's like people who are in the same field as him.
Wait,
well, that's
this is
like a comedian having
is
sex
the
with
Beast?
another comedian.
It'd be like if someone saw my computer and they found out I was jerking off to Patrick Haggerty deepfakes.
Who wouldn't? Patrick's got a nice little body though.
Wait,
He
this
is,
was
too.
MrBeast?
No,
Yeah.
not MrBeast.
Looks like he really was a beast.
a
You,
different,
sir, are no mister.
a different streamer, but it was like the things that were trending on
Yeah.
Twitter, MrBeast, and then
Whoa.
this guy who gives a tearful apology about
Yeah.
and now everyone is having takes on deep fake porn because
Nice.
there's people saying it's there's just women who are just YouTube streamers, and it's you're masturbating to my likeness without my consent.
Let me tell you something, lady. If you don't want me
Doesn't that
fucking
happen all the
jerking off,
time, though? Like,
I guess
yeah,
if you're imagining a woman in your head
Yeah.
is. But I guess the technology to put their
To make
face
it better.
on
Dude,
a body.
If the imagining part becomes illegal, I'm in trouble, and a lot of cousins are going to be
Hey.
really
Is
mad
it
at me.
like? Is it not? If you keep it personal, like it was bad that he showed it to everybody.
He wasn't try. It was an accident
Yeah.
that it got shown.
Let
If
Yeah.
you keep
let
it
him go.
personal, then isn't it almost the same as your imagination?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like a drawing.
What would
Yeah.
what about if?
what if it was a child? Still okay?
What if you get like you do like the deep fake photo or video and send it to your friend about someone else that you know?
What about it? I'd be honored, man, if somebody fucking deep faked. Hey, you know what's funny? Last time I did Real Ass Podcast, a fan, and I'll post it on the Discord, a fan had like a photo of me on my Instagram, but he edited out all of my clothes, so I had my disgusting little naked body.
Yeah.
It was so funny,
Yeah.
dude. And you know what? It's so charming that somebody took time out of their day to fucking do that. Like, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Like, the human
Oh my
body,
God.
it's a fucking funny thing.
Wait, do you guys know about how me and Allie first started being friends?
No.
So we kind of saw
You guys
each other
drew naked
comedy
pictures
things.
of each other.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah.
she one day I woke up to a text from her and she was like, "Hey, I barely was like friends, but we were like acquaintances, but we had each other's
Yeah.
number, right? We weren't like hanging or texting.
Yeah.
Right.
I get a text from her that's like, "Hey, I had this dream about you last night where you had these huge tits," and then she sent me a photoshopped image of me with like. They're like F's.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like angry. They're like bursting out.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. So
Worthless
I don't
Clowns
know.
podcast,
Yeah.
guys.
Maybe deep fakes could start some
So
friendships.
you're
Maybe.
saying if I want to befriend a woman in the comedy scene,
Yeah.
just send a text like that with a Photoshop picture that shows I thought a lot about it.
Yeah.
All right.
And then say like, "Hey, I'm going on the road and I need an opener." What do you say? And they're like, "Well, you're like 30 years older than me. Okay."
Hey, we send that picture with the caption, "Hey, you want to write sometime?"
Man, that did used to be so common when I first started. And now it's like
A lot of guys
It's gone now.
Yeah.
I mean, the writing is genuine.
you guys,
It's like
you guys are
friends.
not
Now,
going
because
to-
everyone's non-binary in the comedy scene, I
That's
think.
it.
it's actually illegal to be a cisgendered man.
Yeah.
And a cisgendered man that wants to fuck, you're either gonna get railroaded or perform at Madison Square Garden. I didn't hit record, Matt. We're just living in the moment this time. We're living in the moment now, dude.
Yeah, what would happen if Joe accidentally forgot to record an
I've only
episode?
never happened.
I've only forgot that a couple of times. We could always get another camera too.
Yeah.
It really isn't a big deal too, because like, what's lost? We had a nice conversation. Well, I guess Brittany would be annoyed.
Brittany came all the way out here, but she got to play with Finn.
We actually
Yeah.
don't have a
And Bab-
podcast.
Babascus?
Yeah, Babastis.
Babascus.
He just slept through the entire time.
He sticks his toenails out when he sleeps.
He is we got to trim his nails again. He is 100% a street cat, and you can
you can tell by his ears.
yeah,
They're all chewed up.
He's gotten into so many scraps. He got hit by a car, so he's just chilling here. But he's so
Does he have
effective.
back problems?
Huh? Yeah, he's got all kinds
Yeah,
of
he was
problems.
standing weird. But
Yeah, but he's still
Aw.
effective at catching mice. He caught 3 mice so far this in the year we've had him, which is crazy.
Yeah. Brittany, at what point in going through your PhD were you thinking about doing comedy?
Period.
No.
I thought you were just be like,
No.
well, it's a woman. We gotta get.
Yes,
this in
we
here
gotta
somewhere.
ask about this on
Does it
Locker Room
hurt?
Talk.
At what point in your period? Yeah.
And what I'm curious doing, because I mean, most people who do comedy, they're doing something else, but PhD's a long commitment. So is it after you got the PhD you decided to do comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I always wanted to do comedy, but didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Like my first supervisor was hilarious.
Yeah.
He was my professor, and I thought he was just like he was really funny when he would teach.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want to do that, I think. But I thought he was. I was like, I guess I want to be a professor.
And then like
So then I-
$10,000 later, you're like, all right.
So then I worked with him for a while, and then my PhD supervisor, I felt the same way about. I was like, oh, she's hilarious. Like, she's so entertaining and fun. And also, she was doing this research I liked. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to work with her. And then later, I tried comedy, and I was like, oh, I think the whole time I was trying to do this.
Just trying to be funny.
You walk by like a bunch of guys hanging out by the corner store, like smoking Marlboro cigarettes and like just shooting the shit. And one guy's like really good at roasting other people, and you're like, damn, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And so the next day you're on the corner with those guys wearing Timberlands,
Yeah.
like a big Yankees fitted. You're just wherever the laughter takes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere except for comedy.
Yeah.
I have a similar thing because I taught English abroad.
Ah.
And I was very bad at teaching English, but I liked when I made the class laugh.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it took me a solid year to be like, well, how can I use that skill?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And what am I going to do with my love of stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I guess I should just sign up for an open mic.
Yeah.
That sounds risky, dude. I would never teach English to abroad. I like it. I like it when they're all like, "Que no habla español." I'm like,
Habla español.
yeah. That's the way I like it, broad.
Yeah, even when I was wrestling, a lot of times when I would do the stuff on the mic, I would be saying things to try and get the other person to laugh to break character.
Nice.
And it
Yeah.
would be funny where like and they would say things to me too. Like sometimes when wrestlers are close and they're whispering to each other, they're just trying to make each other laugh. We're supposed to be looking serious, and we'd like be in the ring, and it looks like you're trash talking. The crowd can't hear what
Yeah.
you're saying. I remember one time the guy was saying, he's like, "You look fucking great in those tights tonight. I want to stick a turkey baster up your ass right now."
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
don't know why.
Joking.
I don't know why that one sticks in my mind, but I don't know. He said, "I want a turkey baster specifically."
Yeah, Matt was saving that for his wedding night.
That
Yeah.
makes it sound like he's going to scoop the shit out of your ass
I
for later?
Yeah, he's
No,
gonna
a
empty.
baster shoots fluid out.
But he can also pull stuff out, so he could
Oh, he
also
can?
like, if you deflate it and then you
Oh.
open
Yeah.
it up.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna deflate it, put it in Matt's ass, open it up, so shit comes out into the turkey baster, and then put the turkey baster in Matt's mouth.
No,
So Matt's
no.
eating
Then
his
he's
own
gonna
shit.
transplant Matt
Yeah.
shit into his own body.
Ooh, to get those good
To get his
probiotics.
fauna going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need those. I'm supposed to take those.
You're supposed to take that? Yeah, Matt shit in his fucking ass.
Yeah, that was actually my finishing move back in the day.
Shitting in somebody, just shitting on somebody.
Matt's finishing move is the end of a Requiem for a Dream.
Yes.
Oh, he's pulling down
man.
his tights. He's pulling down his tights.
Good God Almighty! I can't believe it. That man has a family.
The guy on the floor is like, no, no.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
One of the Wayans brothers is just shaking in the corner. Hell yeah, dude.
That movie was awesome.
Yeah.
This is a great movie. It scared the fuck out of me when
Well,
I watched it.
that's just like to fucking try to scare people and make them think that drugs suck. That will never fucking happen to anyone. That will never fucking happen.
No
That,
woman has
uh,
ever had to sell her body for drugs. No man has ever gone
Nobody
to prison.
gets that fucking addicted to drugs, dude. It doesn't fucking happen. It doesn't. Like there have been times like, I guess I can't get drugs right now. I'm not going to be like, that's an addictive personality, man. They would do that for anything.
Yeah,
Like
they would do it for anything.
I mean, it's like that addictive personality. If they would switch it out, then they'd be like one of those intense sober people that's
Yeah.
always like working out.
yeah, like the My Strange Addiction.
Barely even lets himself have black coffee.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, wait a minute. That's
Hey,
like Bobby.
Hey.
Bobby, what happened? What darkness happened? It's more than just something happened on the chin.
The chin is where it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to black out a lot.
He used to
Oh,
black out,
black
wake
out
up next to
constantly,
people, not know,
I used
break
to what?
some hearts.
What do you
You
say?
would wake up next to people and not know who they were. You'd hook up with people in a drunken stupor.
That almost never happened.
Really?
Believe it or not, I'm even less charming when I'm blackout drunk.
That seems like the only upside of being like a blackout drunk was like, oh, okay, occasionally you have
But
the
you don't have
confidence.
the memory of it.
You do. You have like bits and pieces. You come to and
guess,
you're like,
yeah.
oh.
That's why Bobby quit drinking, because
Why?
he wasn't that kind of blackout drunk where you get laid all the time.
You can still be a fun blackout drunk.
I did have sex with a
Ooh.
attractive woman
Ooh.
one time in a blackout,
Nice.
and then we dated for a little while.
You
How
loved
much
her?
did she cost?
Hey, come on, man.
Matt.
Although that was the bulk of my sexual experiences in the Czech Republic.
Yes.
They did cost money, but this one this one was free, and it was to the point where my friends were like, "What? How did you do this?" And I was like, "I got to be honest with you, I don't know, because I was blacked out when I met her." And then so we went out for a couple weeks, and then she got into a terrible car accident.
Oh.
So she wasn't beautiful anymore. And Bobby was like, oh, I gotta go.
And she was still beautiful, but
Oh, come on. After a car accident? A car accident. And she walked out of the car accident and just right onto the runway like a fucking model. Come on, dude. She like lost an eye
she
or
certainly
something.
didn't walk onto the runway.
She was in a
Right.
wheelchair.
Right.
And that was too much for you.
And Bobby, when you got out of the car, how did you flee the scene?
just trying to break up with me. I'm like, oh my god, that tree came out of nowhere.
He pours alcohol on her so it looks like she was under the influence.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
way
I
better
took
than
Kennedy
that's
drink.
way better than sending long texts to Brittany.
Is the end of the story that she got in a car accident and then like realized she was too hot?
Is it really?
No. She was like, because I thought she was ghosting me, which fair enough. But then she texted me like a week later, and fellas, pro tip: if you're a guy like that looks like me, or heaven forbid worse, sometimes you'll get the post ghost regret text, and you get one more time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So folks, don't send long rambling
Does it
messages.
start with "Sorry, I've been out of touch for a while"?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Have you ever sent one of those?
I've sent one and I've received one.
Nice. I've always wanted to send one.
Wait, the shittier you've been, the more like corporate it should sound.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just touching base back in.
Yeah.
I realized you're in my league, so
yeah. I feel like wait, Joe, you've sent one too?
No, I've wanted to.
What's going through your mind when you send one? Because I haven't ever. I'm like, I feel like if I did, it'd be kind of a desperate move if I was going to.
Matt, Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
So-
Brittany,
so
why did you?
done this? I would never do it. It actually seems like a shitty thing to do.
No,
but
I'm saying if I did, it would be because I'm desperate,
Oh,
which
but
I
not-
have been before. Like,
You're trying to think. You're trying to find out why you might receive one.
yeah.
I have done it before when I just like kind of didn't have time for a while and wasn't super
Okay.
into dating.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, that guy was good. I should like see how it goes or whatever.
Okay.
And so I'll get back in touch. Or if I'm seeing other people and it doesn't work out,
Okay.
then
Because I've gotten it before and always felt like I am interested, but I feel like it's a bad move to say yes to this post ghost text.
But well, usually it's not a long ghost. It's more like
Yeah.
we've been texting consistently, and then for a week I'm a little different because
Okay.
or whatever. But then I've also sent the same text starting out. Sorry, I've been out of touch. If I'm ending it,
Yeah.
like I had to think about it for a while, and then I'm like,
That's actually more compassionate than most people, because most people are like, well, I'm not interested anymore, so I don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
do you think that's most people?
I think in the internet with
Really?
dating apps in this age, I think ghosting is way more seen
easier.
as a not even just acceptable way, but the way to end things.
I love getting ghosted.
Yeah.
No message.
I like a message saying it's
Yeah.
ended.
I love it. Or it's like, I guess I'm a free man.
Yeah.
Free at last.
But you don't know
free
you're
at
free
last.
for like 7 days
Oh, it
because the
doesn't
ghost
matter.
period takes a while to
Whatever
like.
you.
Yeah.
I feel
like,
like I'm.
confirm.
I feel like
Whatever.
I've been ghosted. That like I haven't seen Kelly for like an hour. So, ladies, the DMs is open. I thought you were gone. Damn, dude, that'd be fucking wild.
She doesn't text me for 8 hours because she's at quote work.
Yeah.
Or asleep.
Yeah.
Bitch, I text you between midnight and 8 a.m. and I don't hear nothing.
You're like whispering in her ear as she's sleeping. Are we still together? She didn't say anything. Okay, I'm gonna go out and have sex.
That's me. Go out and have sex. Put on my fucking fanciest fucking pair of sweatpants.
So the girl gets into a car accident. Then
but I didn't know about the car accident. So, and I was living in Prague, which is in the Czech Republic. And
So you were mad she wasn't responding? You didn't know about the car accident. She's like, fucking bitch, not responding to my messages.
I'm gonna kill her.
It's like when there's a traffic jam and you're like, there better be someone fucking dead at the other end of that. It turned out. So like a week or two goes by and she was like, so sorry I didn't respond, but I was in a really bad car accident and I'm in the hospital and I'm okay, but I'm gonna be in rehab for like a couple of months, and I'm hours outside of the city, like with my parents. And in that moment, I was like, "All right, I don't think I'm gonna keep dating this girl."
You were like, was your pussy severely injured in that car accident? Because I can.
How's the lower half doing?
You didn't,
Don't worry,
you
I
didn't
can
want to
give-
date her, like, assuming she'd be back?
I think. Well, my thing was, I wasn't like super invested, and certainly not to the point where I'm like, well, I'm gonna like help you. I'm gonna nurse you back to health at the hospital
And wait 2 months
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
like, even see her again.
I think
You don't even know
yeah.
if the pussy's good. It's not worth it.
I
maybe-
didn't ask her if the pussy was
Pussy's
good.
so good you rehabilitate her shattered body.
I may be slightly on the other side of that now because after the broken arm, my energy was so low that I was like a month or so where I didn't do anything. And
This
then
is Matt comparing his broken arm to a woman that had several bones broken.
Yes, that's exactly, yeah. And it found Bobby Sheehan acceptable to sleep with. She's got a lot going on with her.
Yeah. You think that was a self-induced car accident?
Maybe.
Just thinking of my orange pubes.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck this.
But no, there was a girl who I asked.
You've done that move twice in the pod now. I should clip that together.
Yeah. I asked a girl to go to a party with
Each time
me.
it's a different person.
Yes. She said yes, and then I didn't have the energy. Like, I woke up that day, I was like, I need to stay in. And so I told her I couldn't make it. And then we just haven't talked since.
Good riddance.
Yeah. But no, it's not even that I don't want. It's there hasn't been something since then. And I also feel like she used to respond to more of my Instagram stories. I'm probably reading way too much into this. But
you
since
care about
then,
her.
she's hasn't been in the DMs and was somewhat consistently before.
Uh-oh. Party's
Yeah.
over. She saw how weak you are. Getting your arm broke like a little bitch by a black guy. So she's like, yeah, this guy can't even fucking defend me. What if a fucking gaggle of black guys try to rape her in a fucking alley?
A gaggle is what
Yeah.
you call them.
Joe's closing his eyes and touching himself as he's saying this. What if
Break
there were
Matt's
7
arm.
of them?
Yeah.
Do you
Damn.
know if she listens to the pod? This is like a little call to action for her.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I think
Get
she
back in
she
my
actually-
DMs.
Shit, I did not think about the fact that she did once tell me she listened to an episode. Okay.
Oh well, dude. Well, hey,
Joe,
whoever this
Well,
bitch
he's
Joe,
is,
longing
do some.
for you.
Joe, you're the editor of the podcast. I got some work for you after this one.
I can't cut out this one, dude. I'm sorry. Remember, like I said, we're allowed one bleep a season. We're on season 3 of
Yeah.
Locker Room Talk.
I can't
right.
imagine showing this podcast to a woman I'm dating and then she stops dating me.
Why? Why would you even like let her fucking know about? Oh, because Bobby loves to tell people he's a comedian. I forgot. So of course he's gonna like come at her with like his biography, bibliography.
This
of all
is
this shit.
this is a point of contention between Joseph and I because my lead on dating apps in person is that I do comedy. Comedy's very cool. Women like comedians.
Yeah.
Joe thinks that I should keep this a secret for as long as possible.
No, that's weird.
Did I
Especially
misrepresent
for
your view,
dudes.
Joe?
I never tell people. I mean, the only person who was ever known was Kelly. No one had ever known.
Do you?
I used to
Other
keep-
girls
I
thought
used
I
to
was
keep
just
it
in,
a
like-
secret
yeah.
in my
'Cause-
profile.
Yeah.
Because guys get put off by it when it's a lady sometimes. But now I have a picture where I'm doing it, and I'm like, I'm not hiding it. You can ask if you want.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that, I guess.
I don't-
Some people
yeah.
still are put off about it.
I don't tell people.
Guys are weird about it.
It's a good screener though, because if
Yeah.
you're if a dude's like, I don't know about this broad with all her opinions.
I want
Well,
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool." But then once you start dating them and they see that you're really doing it, they're like, "I don't like this." Because you're like out and
I want to kill my damn
And they
girlfriend.
also-
Anyone else want to kill
almost
their damn
every
girlfriend?
dude who finds out and they're interested will be like, "I always thought about doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that." There've only been a few guys I dated who were interested in comedy, but like weren't like, "Yeah, I could do it too," and like didn't get in that whole.
Yeah, if they're a comedy
Thing.
fan, that's nice because
Yeah.
you get to share that. But if they're like, I've always wanted to do it,
Yeah.
it's
And then they want me to send them open mic info, and I'm like,
It's like, damn.
that's
Oh,
hilarious.
God.
I don't want to date some open micer, dude.
it's a road to a
Like,
breakup,
yeah.
just like you getting involved.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm not
Yeah.
booking you.
Yeah.
I ain't booking you. Brittany, where can everyone find you?
On Instagram at Brittany Cardwell, and follow the podcast at Worthless Clowns.
And what's your home address?
All right. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks. That's all, folks.
That was such a sad ending.
Yeah. that's
Okay, thanks.
We'll get him next time.
We'll get it in post.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
White power.